Aerobie Disc Golf is a lot like Frisbee golf. You have a course with a bunch of markers and you take turns throwing the disc towards the marker. The most fun is if you can be in a wide open place with a big course like this is at the coast. Well guys,
Charlene played, I think.
what is the gist of this game? I mean, what's the point? What are you trying to do?
It is a little bit like disc golf where you throw it into a basket, only it's kind of more like horseshoes where you're trying to pitch a horseshoe onto a stake. So we have these stakes set up and our ring, we toss the ring onto the stake, and that's we keep score. We have 9 pins set up as a regular course, and this particular one, we've had some different ones over the years. This one I call Coyote Trails. It's one of my favorites because this is where the record scores, you know, all the personal best scores have been broken on this course. So it's a favorite.
How does the wind affect your game?
Well, when the wind blows, it's a whole different game. I mean, you have to get on the good side of the wind, so you're pitching it sort of with the wind. If you're pitching it into the wind, it can go anywhere. You're at the complete mercy of the wind, and it can go every which direction. And your scores, you're never going to have your personal best score on a windy day. That's for sure.
How long do you think a course is, with, say here, with 9 pins?
It's shorter than a golf course, but not by that much. So, you know, maybe it's 2,000 yards all the way around, maybe 2,500.
What do you consider par? What's a good game on a 9-pin course like this?
Well, you know, on a real windy day, kind of like today, if you can get 5s on every hole, you're doing pretty good. But on a regular day, when we play in the morning and the wind is just, you know, just a little breeze of maybe 5 miles an hour, then we go for 4s.
And our course record, we won't hold it, is 5 under par on 9. So that's a really good score. On the wind, you know, how you throw greatly affects how much you're influenced by wind. I favor the forehand shot, which is good for distance, but typically doesn't have as much spin on it, so it's not as stable. And when you're going into the wind, your aerobie tends to lose spin and becomes unstable, and so it starts to fall or break right or left. Chris has a superior backhand. I think that's his go-to shot, so he tends to score better into the wind than I do. Because this is a shot that Chris Hammond invented, and that's the slider shot. So this aerobie is shaped like a wing. Even though it's a ring, it's got a wing profile on it, and it's got kind of a sharp leading edge. And when you throw it this way, it's going to dig into the sand and stop immediately, which is sometimes exactly what you want it to do. But sometimes when there's some wind and you're worried about it losing control, you can throw it upside down, flat and level, and it'll slide right along the sand like this, which can just put you really close to the pin, so you can just walk up there and drop it on there. That's your best shot. Like a pitcher on a pitcher's mound, I'm going to take my arm back, I'm going to rotate my shoulders back, and I'm going to cock my wrist like this, okay? forward and rotate my hips, and then I'm going to follow through, snap my wrist, bring my arm all the way across. And that for me gets me distance on my throws. And I typically will throw as far as anyone on the course with a forehand. One very interesting thing about this game, and that is the Aerobie flexes, obviously, and you can actually tune it. You can tune the Aerobie so that, on a soft, breezy day, you can actually shape your shots by tuning your Aerobie, by bending it, flexing it down, or up. So, yeah, I always pitch it backhanded like this. Just like you'd throw a frisbee, really. It's not any different. And I think that's really part of the fun of the game, is that the Aerobie can kind of develop its own personality, and it's very unpredictable how it's going to fly, depending on whether you've tuned it too much or forgot to tune it or whatever. So that's a lot of the fun of the game. ideal because you can throw these things 300 yards. If you don't have a fairly open area, it's going to be very difficult to retrieve your Aerobie and go into the bushes or into the trees. So that's why we prefer to play out here on the sand.
So why do you play out in the middle of nowhere?
Well, just because there's sand out in the middle of nowhere, that's why. And if you play it near a park or something, you're going to have dogs and kids. Might chase your Aerobie, might pick it up for you and bring it back to you, which would kind of interfere with your scoring system.
The game has been a secret since the 1970s, and we plan to, I guess, sort of keep it that way. That's the tradition of the Aerobie Golf. It's a secret game only for those club members who really
Are deserving.
love it.
Yeah, are deserving and have a virtuous and pure soul.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's